This is Equip the Next, and you're listening to Faith Fuel, quick encouragement for bold living. Ever come home from an event fired up, only to lose steam by Monday? You don't want to miss this. Well, we are back with some quick nuggets to hopefully get you through the week. And this question kind of came up, like how to start when you feel stuck. You see, your faith isn't meant to peak at a mountaintop. It's meant to carry you in the everyday, the ups, the downs, the highs, the lows. Confidence grows when you bring what you've learned on Sunday or what you've learned in a conference or whatever into your everyday routine. And sometimes in life, we can feel stuck. We can feel stuck in the mud, or stuck in quicksand. But we have to learn that pacing and small steps are key. They're important. I actually looked up what you should do if you were stuck in quicksand because I was just curious. Because I felt like sometimes we might feel, or you might, somebody might be listening to this. I like to say we, but you might feel like you're stuck. You don't know which direction to go in. You heard a good message. It was great. That's the experience. But what about the lifestyle? Can you bring that into your lifestyle? And you might be feeling like you're stuck in quicksand. But when I was reading to do some research on how do you get out of quicksand, it was noted that quicksand is a lot scarier in the movies, but it actually isn't that scary. It's the danger comes when we panic and we get exhausted. One of the main tips was to, in quicksand, understanding quicksand is denser than water, so you won't sink completely unless you struggle violently. And panicking and thrashing makes you sink deeper. But instead, breathe slowly and focus on staying still. If possible, perhaps drop some heavy items like backpacks or bags or shoes or anything you can to lessen the weight. Spread your arms and legs to increase your surface area and float more easily. Slowly lean back so you're not lying on your back. And there's other steps, but I want to kind of unpack this a little bit. This faith fuel might be a little longer than most because you might be going through or feeling like you're in quicksand and you cannot get out. The first thing you have to know is that don't panic. It just makes it worse. It really does. Don't panic. Understand that God has you and he can carry the load. So panicking and sometimes, especially if you try to make a decision while you panic, we tend to make the wrong decision. Now, there are times where we have to be on, fight or flight mode and we are able to adjust. But I'm talking about if you were just stuck in quicksand. I loved how there was this another tip of, if possible, to drop the heavy items off of you to make you lighter, because a lot of times when you're stuck or you're in quicksand, you have this baggage and heavy loads. But when you release that and you let it go, you'll already feel that the load is light. Another thing that it was mentioned that I just had to stop right there and focus on was spread your arms and legs. I love the spread your arms part because when you're in your praise posture, most of the time, what do? We lift up our hands. It's a form of surrender. Have you surrendered to the Lord? Have you gave it to him? Or are you trying to fight and you are being exhausted because you are in quicksand and you are wondering why you can't get out, I challenge you to give it to him, because he can show you the path. You can pray and ask him for wisdom to get you afloat. I pray that was a blessing to you. Listen, that's all I have for you today during this Faith Fuel. Remember, grow in God's word and lead boldly.